What's up, Go enthusiasts? We are here for another Go Seigen review. Let's see. Go Seigen's white. He's playing against Fujisawa Kuranosuke, who's a relatively famous older player. This game is from 1940 something. Let's see. When was it from? 1945. The 8 Dan. No. This was from 1943. The High Dan Super Go. No, never mind. That was another guy. This was from 1943, 10-game match sponsored by Yomiuri Shinbun. Maybe. Anyway. Go Seigen plays white. That's Joseki. I would play that one. Interesting pincer choice. Even today, there's like conflicting opinion for what you should do here. Meaning you could do anything you wanted. Left side, top side, upper right corner, all possible here. I guess in this kind of situation, these days we'd usually see this one. Okay, Go Seigen played. This is not something that's possible. No. That's a very unusual one. I can kind of understand what he's going for, though. He's talking like, oh, if I blocked, that would be great, right? So you're going to go underneath me, right? And that should also be great. That's what he's thinking. So black went underneath because he should, and then played away because he's fast. Okay, how is that? Is that worth it for black? Because black did end up being a bit small. Normally, I would have expected black to play here to follow it up. And then you're just comparing that to this. Is it even a bad exchange? There. It is a bad exchange. I think that's clear. So it should have been just here, probably. Kind of curious to ask AI about this kind of thing. Hey, AI. This one is very weird. I mean, you can fight actively, but I don't think these fights are good. Yeah, my judgment is just M3 here. Hey, look, I'm correct. Alright. Let's move on. So he does this one, and Go Seigen does do the immediate saving thing. A little risky. I understand, though. Go Seigen likes to do it. We're gonna see the block. I don't know, it's kind of awkward. Maybe kick in the corner. That would be a good move. This one, I don't like this that much. Hane, yeah. Okay, we take the push first. White can actually switch at this moment, but okay. He doesn't mind this. Cut in here, allowing the ladder into save. This is such a straightforward variation. Super straightforward. That it seems like there might have been something better. Like I was thinking here, ignore. How good is that? If we compare this to the game, it's a completely different switch. Which one is better? Which one is more efficient? Is it that this one is inefficient? Compared to but the other one also kind of... I don't know, both of them seem okay for black. Somehow I feel like this is the better one, but that's just a judgment thing. How big is the territory? How big is the influence? But I don't like this kind of condition in the corner. And especially I don't like black getting to play the next move to play with your ladder situation. Oh, I don't like this one though. I don't think that's a good idea for black. That's too close, isn't it? I can understand why he did it though. He's thinking like, I got one chance to make something at all. But he should have just handled the left side and then said, I'm super thick. That would have been a lot more efficient probably than this. So white got to play the left side, black is going to capture directly. This is not so bad for white. Kind of interesting that Go Seigen is he's not interested in these like all the modern players that are playing attach blah 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 blah. You know, you take your corner. Go Seigen is interested in like putting pressure on the corner. That's a very unusual game plan these days. Especially these days, we would at least play like here. And, you know, not try to put pressure actively, but Go Seigen much riskier, thodier with his moves. Okay. So the begged invasion comes. The attach on the right side, I was just thinking about it. That should be something bad for black. Like white didn't do anything wrong, by my opinion, there. And then at the end, black cannot cut. So you're just like pressing it back. It's like you're trying to over concentrate this way. But then if you're trying to over concentrate it, why did you approach it and then make this space? It's definitely meaningless. What black is doing does not. It has the ring of untruth, for sure. But at least he abandoned the idea. You should have just abandoned it in the first place and not touch it. Okay, it goes like this. Hmm. This was one choice of several that White had. I appreciate this choice. I don't think of it enough when I play. Usually I'm only looking at the inside extend that I believe to be like in the strong area between things. And then in this case, it doesn't allow you to cover if the opponent pushes. Yeah, this push is reasonable. Also, I think obviously about the winning the ko variations here. It makes a lot of sense that White was thinking like, okay, I don't want that ko, I don't have ko threats, but black has ko threats against my upper right and upper left, so. I like this choice by White. And then from black, the most intuitive thing to do, to me, is actually Atari here and then extend. But I don't know. It is quite an action. But it seems like that's going to be good. Let's see, did black do it? He Atari'd here first. That undoes it. So no. This doesn't look correct. He forced his way through through this. Okay. Well, why aren't we doing this one first without the Atari? I don't get it. What is the problem with this? Because if they push, we're going to connect. It's good. Clearly good for black. If they play here, we're going to connect. If they block, we're going to go Hane. If they block, we're going to Atari first, this is the painful part, and then cut. Or maybe we'll just connect. Actually, this could be good enough. Yeah, just connect is clearly good enough. We don't have to do that. The other thing I was talking about. It seems so clear that this is good. So it must be that this one, White was going to trade something like this. Did black think this was bad? That's terrible judgment if he thought it was bad. And it's clearly very good. In the game, we have this one, and here, and here. Yeah. So he left behind a c11 move, and also a significantly worse shape, and is allowing this white to save very naturally, like that, yeah. And then capture, obviously. Now black has a choice. This game looks somewhat familiar. I think maybe Ryan Lee used this in a lecture once. use this game? I think I've seen it before. I would imagine black diagonal? No? Knights move the wrong way. That's not a good move. He wants to cover this area. How droll. Okay. Well, what to do if you're right? Kind of a tough position here. Not tough to beat this move. I think you could just jump out and it'd be better, but tough to actually get a good position that you like. Somehow I feel like running to expand here is gonna make the game really easy. Because obviously black has only one plan of this part. And this way we can make an expanse here. Now obviously black is planning to come back this way, but I feel like some half-baked saving measures are already gonna work and do stuff. Okay, let's see what Go seigen thinks. He thinks direct save measures. I can understand how this might make the game easier as well. We don't need to watch out for black doing this kind of thing. This is not scary. You can just run through the center later, I feel. So, okay, it's making sense, too. Yeah, it's a bit instructive. I can't think of such a slow move to save. I would only be thinking of fast moves, and then the fast moves don't get enough security, so the opponent can run on top of us anyway, and then we still aren't safe. So he plays a slow move and opts for greater security. But to be honest, is that even a great concept? It's a concept which can be used, and that I did not consider, and that's the main thing. I don't know whether it's great or not, but it's definitely a concept that can be used to, yeah, to demonstrate that you're gaining that I was not capable to use. So I'll appreciate it. Okay, black plays peep, of course, and white jumps out. Very natural. Oh, black cut. Cut now, huh? I guess I can just bamboo. Can also connect. Choice between connect and bamboo. This one like takes more liberties and therefore more squeeze. It also takes your own liberties and can get you in more trouble, but I guess that's not very meaningful. Okay, you know what? Connect is better. I respect bamboo too much. Connect is better here. I knew that connect, but misjudged it. I agree with Go seigen. And black trying desperately to resist. Wow, connect on the outside. Wow, yeah, Go seigen fighting fairly. Yeah. I can't think of it. Black thinking single-mindedly, white thinking whole board. Said anything in your favor, not just the thing. Wow, it's so pretty what he's done. Look at this. Gorgeous sacrifice where he can give that up. In the future, he can Hane. The tiger's mouth is coming, so for now that's a hurting move. What is this move? I was gonna say he can play some fixing thing over here. And then how he fixes, and then has the reduction through here. Like, obviously so strong and effective. Wow. So this is how you bait your opponent in, huh? You get them to talk about your cutting points, and you're like, okay, to go talk about my cutting points. Can I make them good? No, you're gonna resist. Then I get to fight inside. Like, he enabled himself to fight on the inside, and then, yeah, Yeah. Yeah. Then he these pushes are clearly forcing. Gets the responses all the way. If he gets the capture there in Sente, then he could capture here as well. It would be devastating. So black did have to answer, and then I mean this one is just obscene. I feel that is certainly not the best move. But he gained so much through here. So instructive. The spirit to play here, present a cut, leave the cut, allow it. Allow them to try to beat it and fail. Not because they fail, but and succeed and then fail in the part that they really wanted. That they forgot that they wanted. They forgot that they really care about the outside success. Wow. And then we had this one, so of course attach is coming. I feel that, isn't it, like if black directly hit it, that white would be in trouble. White is saying I could do this, exchange that, descend and descend, and that this would not be in trouble. Ultimately true. Yeah. So black tried to get more, make this happen. It was not very effective. That's a nice move. Doesn't want to give away free stuff, at least. But white still making clear life. God. Is the game like nearly over? I think white already winning, right? And this is no Komi. White already winning. That was it. I think this game was a brief feature in a Ryan Lee lecture, just specifically that moment. I'm not going to feature it myself, but it's really beautiful fighting there. So from the start, yeah, this one bit odd. Should have played left side or press here. And then, yeah, here as well is meaningful. Capture, nowadays we know to do it on the outside rather than directly capture. We know that these moves are effective and these moves for white are not effective. If they really come in here, then we get to invalidate a move a lot more. Yeah, odd by white not to do this. It was actually a mistake. Because he can play away. Yeah, he could have had Sente to play somewhere else and still had the same thing. I said this one is bad for black. It was correct. Black just lost value. Better off not doing it. I at least went over there. Yeah, okay, this was possible. This was not good because of what I said. Yeah, this would be another way. You give up the ladder here. Maybe black thought that white had an actual serious ladder breaker. But honestly, it's so untrue. There's no way. I don't know what can drive someone to play this bad variation. Clearly wrong. But there was another option here, which was this one first. Kind of interesting option. I didn't think about that. This way, white would be in the wrong to be making any exchanges. And if you did that and then played through like this, we're actually getting something very similar to the game, but you didn't make a stupid bad exchange. Very interesting. White, of course, needs to do that. So yeah, that would be a cool way. But black did not do a cool way. He did a super ham-fisted way. Gave white the capture for no reason. This one was wrong. My move was even more wrong. The most basic move is correct. This move is good move. To follow up on this one, if black would ignore, then it's not like white should follow up. It's just something. So this move is wrong, means if black would just play here, this move runs against the strength. It makes white a little bit heavy, slow, tough to play. And if black would appropriately have controlled this game, I mean, to be honest, black didn't even play like a Fox 9 done. And I am flaming. I do mean it aggressively. This is not even the level of play from black here that would get you promoted out of 8 dan. And of course Go Seigen played well. And you know, it was very excellent to jump through and pick this one, although the bamboo is also fine. But I do like this one better. Like, yeah, it's a good job by Go Seigen, and he didn't get, you know, single-minded about things. It would be easy to play this kind of move. You can see if black would respond here as a gain, but Go Seigen's like, no, no, no. If I do that, then the opponent's going to eat the bottom side. And my game does get harder. I appreciate that very much, and I appreciate he like actively fights for the bottom side and makes a clear winning strategy. Like, is very appreciable. Obviously, he should have done something here. Save it, no reason to do it like that. This one, it was indeed this plan. Yeah, it would be hard for black because this is clearly a good way for white. So that's why black made the clear mistake. I mean, this is obviously just wrong if you see black running through here or white running through here, and you can't go after them. This is easy reading at my level and their level. Obviously white is fine, and then black basically did the same thing but didn't choose his outside move when he was forced to go in anyway from this white. Good answer, but that stuff was like not that hard. And then when white plays here, it's kind of like game over. You gave me that much. It's too much. This was a little bit overcooked what he did afterwards. Slightly bad judgment. Slightly bad judgment. Afterwards, this looks like it's worse because you don't have anything direct here. So in the other one, he pushes through. This one, it looks like this is all going to be blacks. But it's not all going to be blacks, or if it is all going to be blacks, we're going to give it to them with the outside thickness. Even if it goes like this, it's better, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, there's still even an inside thing that's harsh too. You can block here, and then is the inside dead? It shouldn't be, right? If it goes like this, then indeed white is dead. But yeah, white's still winning. Oh, and then this is what what the lecture was about, I think. Is Ryan Lee was telling us about how to like lose ko on purpose. And then that was something like what was happening here. Very strange decision making there, but it was effective. Strange, but always making a winning position. He did this stuff. Yeah, he did this stuff so that he could win the ko and make it more meaningful. Strange idea, but yeah. Planning to ignore win the ko, let the opponent do stuff and then win. With the push and the turn and breaking all this area. Yeah, we definitely saw this game in Ryan Lee lecture, one of these Go Congresses. Instructive play by Go Seigen here. Yeah. Okay, let me go find another game. Okay, we have a game against Segoe. It's funny to have all these. Seems like an interesting game that I haven't seen before. Let's see. So, Segoe plays white, Go Seigen black. They have this Joseki. Interesting. I haven't seen this choice. These days, we get flamed if we don't play here. Isn't that the AI suggestion? Yeah. But actually, you can do this one. totally fine. And even this one apparently was the old school way. I don't know about that. But okay, Go Seigen plays a variation that I would get flamed nowadays if I'd played. But that seems reasonable enough to me. I wouldn't push the last time. I wonder why he pushed before playing over here. That is very unintuitive to me when there's a nuisance spot and you like help them cover it. Because I don't think the turn here is a big spot, is it? He's talking like after turn, and then this one that black has trouble, but surely this is not trouble. Like this is definitely not trouble. That's crazy. So, okay. We get Hane and Descend. Okay. That is indeed extremely large. Extremely large. Yeah, that makes some sense, but we should have done definitely without the push then, if you think that this is big and worth taking. Okay, I think white is better in the opening. It seems like Go Seigen in his early years had a bad opening. I guess pincer here is alright. That seems like wrong direction. It would be better to play here, usually, to take care of ours. This kind of thing, we shouldn't really walk towards it. Okay, you got it. I guess it's fine. Maybe my direction is wrong. Normally, it's really nice to put pressure on this stone while fixing the whole corner like that. Like, it's massive. I guess he's going to do it now. Oh, it jumps out. Jumping out reasonable, actually, at this stage once you've saved it once. And he asked for a fight, and you got to back off, which we appreciate. Just jump. Great. Come back to fix. Don't. Wow. Okay, to me, I think this one is huge now. Because now when you are playing away here, white should immediately take that area, I think. Excuse me. To me, the problem is, like, what if black is getting attacked here? And that might seem stupid, but it happens. It really does happen. We have white running out instead. I think it's kind of coward. So far, Segui has not shown inspiration. But at least he's trying to make this bottom side black group look better for him. I don't know. Attached there looks reasonable. Go Seigen's play kind of uninspired here, allowing a very nice white Hane that he doesn't take. What's up with that? Why no Hane? Odd. Well, Go Seigen doesn't give you a second chance. Had to go this way, and then he makes a surround. And then you have to run through the right side or run through this buzzsaw. Gosh. This is really tough. Run through first. I agree, actually. Leave some weakness there. Wow, run through that way. So fast, so strong. I appreciate. Appreciate very much. So annoying. So difficult. How come everything turns Go Seigen? Surely it won't. But yeah, just run calmly. It's turning Go Seigen. He's so good at keeping control like this. Yeah, block there. A little bit of reading by white. And a little bit of trading by black. Yeah, it was an effective read there, I think, from white here. He wanted to make sure that he could do this. I was looking at this one and that one, and this one, indeed, it was like more effective, but not effective enough, right? So he was like, okay, I need to make that work. So at the moment, he's definitely going to answer to me here, and then I can do this. Basically, if he had done it in a different order, there's no chance that he's going to get that, right? That would be insane. So we're going to get something different, and it's not going to be effective, and Black is capturing stuff. So it's making some sense here, but it's a little hammy from White. But at least he makes a nice punch on some side, one side or another. So this is a nice punch. He comes back. White will probably fix something over there. Chooses that one. Yeah, I appreciate that choice. And it would not be my first intuition, but I should have it be my first intuition. Agreed. I agreed with Segoe. Good choice. And this one you descend, obviously. This one you churn, obviously. Okay. Seigen was not a fan of the immediate run. I think he should have been. This is clearly better, right? Than the push first. Yeah, this one's clearly better. No reason not to do this first. As far as I can tell. He ran first and then went this way. I guess I'll ask AI at this moment. This one is better, but this one is the best. Or this one. These are like tough ones, because these are the ones that are going to get you hemmed in, and then you have to live. But if you can do it, it's good. This one, similar problem. He's running on top. This one is still like, yeah, same thing. Just I can force this to be bad. Yeah. Anyway, let's turn the AI off. Here. Run through is forcing that. Agreed. Exciting. Let me read a moment. Try to understand. What is going on here? What kind of attack? What kind of defense? Is there something there? Pretty tough position for Seigen. Seigen has played well. I think you have to just run here. He chooses the cut. The trade variation. This is trading, right? Because we're giving away the stones. He chooses the cut and trade variation. He likes these much more than I do. Something like this. Oh, wait, wanted to save it this way. Fair enough. So this is how he stopped it from being kind of broken and tough fighting. And I guess it was planned like this. And this way he can have much more power to this part still. And he can outline an area. Wow. Yeah. For me, it's it's not in my dictionary to give up these, and it really should be in my dictionary. Like I know it's possible, but it's not something I actually sit down and judge. And I should judge it next time. Now, I don't think it was good for Go Seigen, but it was probably better than what I was doing. Yeah, I think he made a mistake pushing here compared to my move, or, you know, what AI said was super daring. And then he's paying for it here and actually getting something out. Okay. And then we have this one. So similar idea, but at this point it's like far more intense. So it's making sense to do it that way. I can understand. Wow. Tough. This would be played nowadays. It's not. Cut. Okay. Cut means that we're looking at this one, right? Does not. I thought we were trying to like link up or something, but maybe he's actually talking. Oh, Atari first, of course. Still, we want to play the further outside way. Okay, forcing white this one, and then talking about like actually linking it up, presumably, like this. This. What's the shape? Here. Here. Not that one, surely. It must be one of these. What? Oh, go seigen. It is not one of these. That is incorrect. Nope. No way. He has that imagination to come up with ideas, but this is not a good one. There's no way it's good to allow the opponent to take the initiative here when we have a chance right now to clamp on the initiative so hard. So hard. One of these has to be a half decent move. Even if it's not about securing any particular thing, it's going to allow us to make one of these sides actually good. I mean, there's no way that we should be allowing this stuff. Gosh. Ooh. Is it going to be on a connect over here? Push on a connect? I mean, isn't black dying? What happened? If push here. Push, Hane, connect. Black does this one, dares white to really try to kill. Probably it's not going to be very good, especially if black tries this one first and then saves here and then tries to counter kill this. Probably white is in trouble. I don't know exactly the best move. But yeah, agreed that this is generally good for black. Black by a lot. Okay. So that's why we can't go kill it right away, so just save, and then black will save, and then play away. Got it. Why didn't he play here, by the way? I know it leaves behind like a slight amount of awkwardness, but not that much. And this already cuts off. It's like he ended up having to spend a full extra move there. In response, admittedly, to an endgame move that isn't that big, but that can't have been more efficient than this one. I guess this was just like he's trying to take Sente, and it's going that way. Also, what would happen if you pushed through? Now if black plays here, we push. Black is super dead. Is that not better? We don't want to half kill these. Like, if we push through, then black has to come back like this. Then we play here, we kill all of that, but we take Gote. Comparatively, in the actual game, we kill half that, but we take Sente. I guess it's better? Not really. Seems like killing is better. Interesting. I'll ask the question afterwards. We had black fixing off an area. And then putting a lot of pressure on a cut here. Wow, so much pressure on a cut. And then white wedge in response is crazy. Also cool. I like it, actually. That's cool answer. Very nice, very nice. And then black fixed another area, white reduce a bit. Yeah, it gets the big invasion. Does not directly capture. Are you serious? After the cut? White cared more about the corner space. And then he's even trying to get some reduction here. Okay, this is very cool. So white was thinking like, I could go here and then you can capture that. And then my wedge is like slightly bad exchange and I have to take care of my whole thing here. It's not strictly alive. White might end up having to play a move like this, which is very sad if you don't know. So he tried to omit it. He said like, okay, you want to cut there, that's fine, and I can take control of my corner. And here what you're going to do is you're going to answer to me and answer to me. Oh, no, just the one time, answer to me. And then I'll go back and fix over here. And then when you wedge, then I can Atari and connect. It's all clearly safe. So then black was like, no. I won't let you get away with this. I'll save my topside group through your weakness that's there right now, and not for much longer. And white said, okay, well, I'm going to threaten to Atari these stones. Surely you can't ignore that. And then, if you do answer to that, this situation changes a bit, doesn't it? So before, black could play here, and that would be sente to the outside. Now white would be thinking to go through, I imagine. It's pretty interesting. White can't really go through because black throw in first and then this way is the correct order. Yes. Throw in first and then here and then still catch. Okay, so it's not like that. More like black just wanted to play to this side and then let white in and kill, and then Segway resigned. Ah. So this is a mass murder move, and it really needed to be responded to earlier. Segway needed to instantly do this and cover, and he blundered. But yeah, still wouldn't be good. So it goes like this, and then black wins. Okay, let's see what AI says about the game. I'm sort of reviewing too fast. It's the second game, but I'm curious. So here I said this black push, probably not so good if we're going to play back. But really it's the playing back being passive is the problem. You have to play for much more, allow the attack on these stones, and then running them out can be efficient despite giving them the fifth one. But if it's just for points, it's not efficient. This maybe is why people don't recommend we do this these days. It's pretty hard to make efficient if you can't get territory. And this is also wrong. You should play directly to aim at the underneath stuff. So it was actually that way. It was very good here. I mean, I knew black didn't have a good opening, but I didn't know it was this much. And I didn't know the top side was that valid. Was that valuable? Alright, I was wrong. Kick and jump was a good idea. This one, very sharp, very sharp. Do that first at that timing. Yeah, my idea over here was fine, but his idea also put some pressure on, and then white did not ignore. Maybe it's hard for these guys to be sacrificing those two stones. We've seen it so many times in the age of AI. It's much easier. Yeah, this is very odd why white did not Hane here. That was not a good showing. But black didn't Hane. He did this one. I thought that was fine because he set up a surround, but the AI's judgment is different. It says this one is much better, like much better. So what white gains with the other variation is like a space on the bottom side that's kind of reduced to this, and it's not like, so the key is we wouldn't continue with extend and then sort of similar momentum. Yeah, if we're gonna take this momentum, it's best to do it directly, obviously. But the Hane, the key is that we're gonna get a more global momentum against this stone and those stones. This is the kind of move Go Seigen could play, by the way. Probably if he had AI and he reviewed this game, he would be like, oh yeah, this was a mistake because after here, I'm making a stronger global position. That's making sense. So this was actually not so great, and then the turn was a nice move, but here was so hard. Yeah, I was looking at this one, as I told you, I was looking at this one, trying to find the like cool, savvy way to run through. I didn't like any of them, but actually I should have liked this one, apparently. So if it went like this, then white just needed to continue naturally here. Wow. So you would sort of think that if you continue naturally like that, you're giving yourself another weak group next to this group and that group and that group, and that you shouldn't really be able to make it work. Like the natural human judgment is you look at this position and you're like, those stones, no, I don't want those stones. Alright, I want those stones. Yeah, and the key is we're not actually saving those stones, I guess. So you go through, you make the cut, you don't actually save the stones. If black pushed, then we could come back this way, it would be clear. You could also save them. And then not save them? I don't get it. Really. Somehow dying with the stones over here gives white like a lot of movement to the left side aiming at this group and a lot of movement to the right side aiming at that group. But it's hard to tell that kind of thing because, you know, I was also thinking maybe dying with a stone over there gives white a lot of movement through here, but then it's obvious and you see this variation. Oh no, never mind. It's not really working. But hard to tell, like, oh, this is actually good directly. Like this is... I totally respect Segway for avoiding this variation and trying to prepare it. It worked in the game, what he did. Was Black supposed to play, like, thickening things? Wow. Because of all the weaknesses here, you can play, like, attach. To just make yourself stronger. Or go for strong attack, or thicken like this, and just be patient. Like, something... something was supposed to be thick. It goes like this, here. Yeah, it was bad exchange down here. I was thinking about that, like, isn't this bad exchange? It was bad exchange. And the key was that he lost, what he didn't realize that he was losing, was he lost the cutting value if he gets forced to run through really strongly in this kind of way. You can see now this cutting point matters a lot more. There's no way it's going to do something which like leaves it behind. You can see even the Tesuji appearing right away. Bang, this would happen. Black lost this chance in the game, and it made it so much harder to run, right? So that's an instructive moment. I was thinking like, oh, this is probably not that good, but maybe Go Seigen was thinking like the bottom side, it can only be optimally done like this, but it just shows sort of incorrect direction. When you know you're going to go through this side, you know you're going to need to rely on the bottom side to some extent. Like we have our weapon right now and we just don't use it. This way we would fall back, right? Yeah. So this way we've been propelled forward. Now I would imagine this one is not as bad. It's still bad. Still bad to the same tune, slightly less. Slightly less tune? No, same tune. Intriguing. So let's say we get this, whatever that we're asking for. What is the point? It really does think these parts are meaningful. Also this. But it hates the meaning of this. I mean, partially there's no I, and then we're helping white to some extent. Like, I can understand. But also we are compressing white. And compression is sometimes, like, really valuable. But I guess it's not that valuable if your move is less valuable than their move, and that's what's happening here. It's just that our move is a point worse than their move flat. For generally fighting and controlling, switching, and whatever. So it goes like this here. Yeah, and then we had the interesting trading, and then Go Seigen had the totally correct idea, and I was totally wrong, and it was actually a mistake by Segway to allow this, which was really good. Set him up well. Wow. And then he could just control the game with the extra bonus territory from that, and then the cut here as well. Which, obviously, the Atari is good, and then his move is way better than mine. Oh, because mine gets squeezed. I didn't see my squeeze. Whoops. Obviously, we don't get squeezed. But then after that, this was clearly wrong direction. Pick this one, apparently. It was one of these. But this one is the best. Here. This was better. Okay, here. Yeah, actually, Segway's way was slightly more refined. It was actually very refined what he was doing. I was saying this one should be better if you see it at the end. Yeah, should be, actually. This loses to that. It is well played sequence. Excuse me. So Black was winning this game without Komi here. Wow, what a squeeze by Black in the center there. Fantastic. Fantastic flexibility. He should have fixed this stuff, which white tried to exploit very quickly here with this invasion. Maybe got some chances out of. Hard to know. This one is wrong because we're allowing that coming up. Yeah, it's a very fierce move. Tough. Tough one. Just nothing much to do, I guess, here. Yeah. So, knowing that's coming, you had to play here directly, so you can fix it and fix it. Yeah. But it's hard, because then we're gonna get cut this way, we don't get to make the peep. So we're gonna die with these stones. Could have saved them if you could just peep first, but couldn't because of the super sharp response. Don't answer. Answer can lose you the game. But here. The fact that AI recommends this one is crazy. This is just like get a counter sente, which probably doesn't even gain you anything. Yeah, but just the AI can't judge it clearly. Intriguing. What a game. Okay, absolutely fantastic sacrifice plan by seigen in the center. Fantastic. And that amount of influence secured the upper right for him. Far better than I thought it was going to. And then excellent play there. And I mean, it is at least something that is on his radar that you can play away. Like, it's on the AI's radar as well that you can play away, but it really shouldn't be done. But he clearly has a wide open radar for all sorts of things, all sorts of trades, some good, some bad. But his eyes are open. He does not just not see stuff. This one's a pretty good one. Pretty good game. Nice and clear. Kind of want to see one more. Oh, is my camera glitching? Has it been glitching? Like, making me jittery? Maybe it's just my computer for a moment there. Let's go deep into a 7-game match. Or 10-game match. Hashimoto Utaro versus seigen. Let's see. Curious. So we had this opening, which is getting more popular today, actually. This would have been not popular at all when AI came out like 5 years ago or something. But it's getting more popular as a way to respond to large avalanche. Just Atari and play. Sort of a way. I like this response. My understanding was that black is supposed to play triple Hane here. What would be wrong with that here? Is it the cut outside stuff? Maybe the cut outside stuff is different with the white stone. So obviously if it goes like this, it's ridiculous. Then nobody would let this happen in a high level game, surely. Surely this is way too good for black. So it would be here and here, I presume. Hane? Hmm. This is the kind of fight which I will mess up all the time. Oh gosh. What exactly should happen? What should be traded? Where are the big win cons? It's a very tough fight. Oh jeez, man. There. There. One liberty, so you can't type that kind of stuff. Okay. So you do that kind of stuff then? There. If that one. Jeez. I'm gonna ask AI. Do it like that then. There. There. Who's better? Should be white. Okay, I believe all you can do is this stuff. And then you don't want to play here, right? I don't think it's good exchange. I think you play this way. Because if you play here, they're going to go this way. It's not, sorry, good exchange. I think it's too slow. It's not a bad exchange. I think this is too slow for one move. Could be wrong, but my guess is that it would go like this. And then that this is good for white. So from initial position, this is good for white, indeed. Let me see. If I click score, it'll tell me about this thing, right? Okay. So yeah, bit good for white. You should make it thick. Okay. It is worth a move to make this thick. Fair enough. Really tough judgment for me. Even though I know that it's so big. It's like it's still hard to realize that it becomes thickness from thinness, and that implies so much about the left side. Like that's really what it's about, is the left side benefit after this. Alright, so here what white was supposed to do is play this one first to force that stuff through, and the black method was correct. Okay. Effectively correct. I could have done it a bit better. But I was thinking about doing this one and thinking about doing this one and trying to read the full capture races out in the corner, and I had the right solution, I think. So that's good. And then overall here, how is it? How is my opening knowledge? Oh, it's really bad. What's wrong with this? Cut first. Oh, cut first, and then this one. This is what causes the most problems. Because now we don't have as easy of a counter kill here. And they have a jump which saves them a bit. So now they can Hane. We do the same thing. It's a bit better for white. We don't have the same health over there, and they can beat us up harder. I see. They beat us up really hard with this. Wow, it's actually so mean. Okay. So you can't Hane because of cut immediately. That makes sense, actually. I agree with the judgment. Interesting that the AI says extend is wrong, should jump, because it definitely doesn't get punished in the game. Extend is wrong, you should jump. As black. What is that talking about? Sometimes I like the fact that with the AI, you can just um you can look at its suggestion somewhere and take it as if it was a bold statement that your teacher had told you, and you had to like digest it and understand it yourself. What if, you sign up for a lesson and this teacher's really bad, one of those bad Asian explainers who knows everything but can't explain you, can't tell you. You know that I don't mean to say Asian in a stereotypical way. It's just that this is um how many many of us have experienced some lessons from the great Asian players. They'll just tell you, "Oh, extend is bad. You need to jump." And you're like, "Why?" And they tell you something, but it doesn't really click. Doesn't make sense. They just tell you you should know. Look at this. You're like, why? Extend is bad. You should jump. What is the reason? So the reason is that there's another stone here, of course. And when you continue to apply pressure against the corner, basically after white would push again and you push, that would become like if you jump and then they push here. We want that shape. We don't want this one. So this one, are they going to jump? No, they're going to slide. Okay, they can slide. So the point is, after they slide, we can't surround the left side. That's normal. We wouldn't be able to even if we jumped. If we jumped and they slid, our position would be better. That's true. Are they still... Oh, they still have to sort of run somehow. Huh. Huh. Jump versus push is about what happens when they run and then we have to continue to take care of ourselves. Our push is bad defensive shape compared to the jump. And we're expecting to be going on defense after this because the plan is once they stop pressing with like pushes or whatever, then they're going to take Gote and then we're going to play away. We want to play over here. Then they're going to be able to put pressure on us, and that pressure is much more meaningful after this one. That's my guess. Let's see. So if we play here, it is their slide, which is correct. And then I said we were going to play away like this. Yeah, I says you can also play that one, but I said play on the left side. And I said they're going to put pressure on us, and then we're more awkward. That's basically what's happening. Yeah. They put pressure on us, and then this shape is too slow. And if we compare, when you jump here, then they can push or they could slide, but push and then this move or another idea. This is to me the basic one. They're still going to try to get ahead because they don't want us to block. It would involve their group. We still want to play away, the same way, but they can't counterattack it as well when we jumped rather than we extended. In fact, we have a much better shot of doing something aggressive. Surround, cover that, make it really annoying for white to play. White thinking like jump, nice move, right? Oh, push. Oh, already it can make something good happen this way, I guess. Oh, not this way. Extend. Yeah. Extend and high. This is the problem. Because there's push here, so this is still locked in. Really tough for white. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So it all comes back here to this idea of like, what are we going to be doing next after this? Where do I want my stones to be well positioned? And then go seigen's move. Push here sort of invalidates the problem with this. Yeah, their openings were not that great. This is one of the ones which is very unfamiliar, I think, to most people today, because we aren't seeing this Joseki ever. But probably also is pretty well known to pros. I think pros would be jumping more than pushing. Anyway, we have push. After that, we have jump. So kind of same idea, a step late, and it doesn't matter because Hashimoto pushed, which is not great. Anyway, I imagine he's not going to let the block happen, so he's going to jump, and then back to the left side. He jumps up. This is a reasonable way. There were several. You could do that, or you could play on the left. I don't think it's a big difference. Can you fix there? Isn't that too slow? I wouldn't do it. Go Seigen says, I can just come back and fix the tiger's mouth. He had so much imagination for what Go can be. Yeah, I can just leave that there, and then when the board becomes slightly more stagnant, I can just go back. I don't think you can do that. I think you can play, like, you have to play for a bit more tempo. When they play on the left side, I can understand what he's talking about, though. I guess this is going to be the problem with the 3-3 invasion, which he doesn't know about, totally fairly. But it's not even that problematic. Like, obviously this move is playable, but this is actually a good move. Wow. If we go back to the start here, this is what I would do, by the way, if I encountered this large avalanche, is I would also play Atari and then away, usually to stop the pincer. It's good, right? But you can also play here. And then when you do that, you can play away and you can play here. They're all fine. Okay, so the actual game after this, Hashimoto Utaro is like, okay, man, you want to take that? That's fine. You're just gonna give me the left side. I'll take it. Gosegen's looking at the left side and thinking like, oh, it's so small. You don't want that. Hashimoto's like, it's my area. I want it. But not that much. So this is Gosegen's point. He's like, you want this area? Okay, take it. Take it. And Hashimoto's like, no, okay, you're right. I don't want it that much. Comes in. Just inviting some Hane. But this Hane is the one that Goseigen chooses. He's like, I can punish your stone. Look, my position is good. But he can make a good position on the bottom side, but I guess not yet. Whew, he wants to serious attack this? Seriously? Seriously. This is like the too much aggressive stuff that I see in mid-dawn Fox. When I review my like 3-4 dawn, sometimes 5 dawn students games, this is keep and cut the things in the strong area. This doesn't seem right. But I can understand he was thinking about how am I fixing this, and that's why he was doing it. But then Black actually went for it right away. This causes some problems, I think, to White. Black just connects, and now White is in trouble. I think. So White does that one. Even if Black links under, I think Black's already fine. Yeah. Agreed. White messed up a bit there. Little too much activity. Little too excited. Stand back, okay. What should Black do? Many choices, really. Many choices. I feel like there's nothing superb, and therefore almost anything is okay. I could be wrong, though. But usually this became a thick shape, so you don't have to stop White from getting the bottom side. You don't have to build your left side. You don't have to go over here. Sort of Black is free to do what he wants. try to make something good happen. And it's hard to find where you would make something good happen. If I had black, I would attach here for fun. But he just jumped out. So I thought it's not so great because of this one. But Go Seigen disagrees. This one. Okay. Let me think about it. Not threatening the left side? No, I don't like it. Seems misplaced, even where it is already. And then black can play on the bottom side. And this is comfortable. Now, white will struggle to attack it. I don't like that. Why didn't white just play here? Isn't it so obvious? So easy? No. Hane and 3, it was just not good. What? Why? Why is this not just pleasant? We gave them slightly better shape for this? I don't understand. My idea is very wrong because of here, 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 and then cover. Oh, I see. I'm not going for something. You should try to save directly or try to kill directly. I can understand that those are the strategies you should try. Understandable. But I don't understand why this is wrong. What's the shape problem? What's the efficiency problem? To come back here. Go Seigen knew it better. But what is better about this? I guess we save those more? Still, we can never, like, ever play here. So I thought it was kind of meaningless. But it's not meaningless. It's still an area. Oh, interesting. And AI is saying that Hashimoto's idea to go in and break underneath is not even that great. Black can attack. Or white can attack. As he's doing. And black's a bit small. Bit small as he runs out. Which matters. You run out to try to like make your opponent become small, but actually the white shapes are still perfectly efficient here. And white has sente and is not slow. And if black is a bit small while not making white that small, then white gained by territory, even when black invades. Potential. Potential is only good for making actually efficient territories in the future. This doesn't score you anything to just keep it or break it. So eventually we had white wedge and connect, trying to make black play slow, and then black is like, I'm going to cut you so I have a group to run against, which is making perfect sense. A little surprised that white cut, I guess. But it's making some good sense when you still kind of want to be able to use the left side, and you still kind of want to be able to use the bottom side. Especially we're going to run against it right now. Connect this, yeah, it's useful. Hane there, of course. Connect here. Rather than squeeze, because if you didn't, then we would lose the Liberty Race for sure. Right? Not sure. What if white does this one? Black cut. Atari does this one. Black keep, play this one. We can live even. So black can't be so reckless. Especially since white can wedge and cause counter problems. And it seems like it's better than this one. So the good side of this one, I mean, black is going to play L6 and white can take sente. If it had been this way, here, here, then black can take sente. I mean, it's going to be sente turning or something. And white would choose better shape, right? Maybe there's not better shape. We have the connect instead. Oh, he still gets it in the future whenever he wants. Oh, but the key is like, he would still have to spend a moving gote. I see. So black was thinking like that's not a big deal because this is my sente, and white was thinking that's not a big deal because that's his sente. Hmm. It is indeed not a big deal for the other side, like it usually is. White is like much thicker there, but I'm such a break the bamboo hype train guy that it's hard for me to resist. Even though actually I can admit that white's way is better here. I think. I think objectively, like the real value, white's getting more. Yeah, it was wrong to go from this side. This way is better, and then to omit playing here ever because of 2 being sente, and then this area not appreciating that, and this area not appreciating it enough. Making sense. Okay, instructive. Don't always break the bamboo. Sometimes the break the bamboo answer is worth more than you break the bamboo, and it's always about like getting value. It's always about making your actual position better, not just claiming that you did the good thing that you know about. Yeah. Okay, this is an action that I hadn't yet replaced with positional judgment in my mind, and it's something clear that I should do. Okay. In the future, I see that, and I'll think positionally in my fight. Of course, it's just better. Instructive moment. Instructive fighting from seigen. Then he ran out. That sort of makes black play fast to the top side. So this very standard shape. Typically we're thinking that's good for black. In this case, the top side, upper left, is really, really strong, so it's kind of meaningless, and white was thinking it was really nice what he was getting. Wow, he even uses it from this side because he appreciates the value on the left side so much. I appreciate that. He is so... yeah. Innovative. So free from the things that we were told to do. He can do what he wants. So he can pincer from this side, which ends up being way too close to this black group. I mean, there's no way that's correct. he should run here directly, or he should play here directly. There's no reason to play there and then play here and get yourself in huge trouble to cause not that much trouble. And black comes in, as he rightly should. White makes the cut over there, which is progress of a kind, but it feels like this is more progress that black is doing. I like Hashimoto Yutaro's handling of it. Seems like White got in trouble. So I was skipping through because I didn't like White's general strategy. Yeah, I understand why you want to take this. That's totally reasonable. But to justify this has to be done kind of urgently. Otherwise, it's gonna be very unjustified soon. That's what happened. Wow, black ate that top side so that white could get something back there, and then black still ate the right side too. Kind of a total disaster for white. No, I mean obviously he lost something on the left side black to make this happen. But... okay, really intense fighting. Wow, and eventually white actually managed to sort of scam this fighting, make it work. Okay, what happened there? When this happened, those stones are super dead. This happened, it makes it so that there's a little bit of aji, but black is like, what are you actually going to do? There doesn't seem to be anything. And then white played here, made it so that there's quite a bit of aji, and if black answers, then white would be cutting to prevent the cuts over here, which black found really annoying, so he came this way and tried to keep those cuts available, but then white said, I'm not going to fix these until you show me that you really, really, like, will use them. Kill me on the right side first. And black, yeah, black underestimated how good the white fighting on the right side underneath was going to be. That this allows white to then block, and black has to answer to that, and then still get attacked with the other group. Yeah, there's no way, I guess, for black here. So I think it was like this moment. Probably black is losing if he connects somehow. No? Okay. He should have done this. He should have just fixed and not suffered, but it's hard reading. I of course did not even try to read this stuff all out. And eventually black had to sacrifice, come back that way, but white must be leading after capturing something and then also fixing and then also bringing the left side. Like, there's no way the game is playable for black, even if he can break something on the bottom. It's not. not acceptable. So the game is resigned. Okay. It was actually still something over here. Wow, black still managed to come back to be leading. Okay, let's see this game. My judgment were wrong all the time, but we learned this one. Yeah, we learned this one. We don't extend when the opponent is going to get ahead of us, and then we want to play away, and then they're going to attack us. We jump when we think that they're about to get ahead, so that we secure being ahead after the tenuki, not directly, like we still won't be able to get ahead, but at least to the center. And that was the key of this, okay? And then it was sort of standard. Go seigen was just winning steadily because the black idea was not good enough to take the left side here, and Go seigen was right about it. And he was taunting black with it. Actually, black's breaking was good, but the connect is no good. He had to go trade. It's a very difficult judgment. Yeah, here this would be the super simple way, and then white got a little feisty and cut here. I was thinking this was gaining for black. I thought that this was not acceptable, but actually white is right. So when white captures a stone there and black just goes underneath, it's not even good. So, because white could capture a stone anyway, and the cut exchange is clearly not good now. Ah, I see. So actually black just had to connect here, let white down. White would never actually go down. White would fix and come back. If white does actually go down, we just save this part. And we could emphasize on saving this part, and it's much easier. Of course, white would never actually go down in good play. Even after this, we still allow white to go down somehow. And then we still look at counterattack. It's pretty hard, really. It's pretty hard. So I understand how Go seigen games, I think. This bad exchange being so bad. He gains by forcing this black back from his underneath stuff. And letting that then be compression. And especially these outside stones from the cut being expansion of itself. So I was actually doing fine here. Doing quite well, in fact. Playing on the left side, all good. Wedge connect was great. Cut, fine. Yeah. He was actually chilling. Hard chilling right now. Everything is great. My suggestion was terrible, but actually Go seigen's move could have been a bit better than the solid connect. Because if you play faster to the upper left, you can reduce that more. Still, the opponent wants to take care of themselves. And the main problem with the connect here is that if you try to continue with the Hane stuff, you leave the weaknesses and it doesn't move that fast. Interesting. You aren't making your own eye shape, eye space. So it's important to like prioritize as we run here the values of this group. Like, yeah, we're attacking this bottom side black group, but mainly we're defending our group. And we're defending our group and running it this way. And how safe we are, how much they are reduced, the condition of like how the game will continue with the health of that group is what matters the most. So right now, if I would run fast, stay safe here, White was actually already leading the game despite no Komi, like leading the game by a lot, which is crazy. Bro, if this game were even, White is up 10 points, and it doesn't even seem like anything has happened yet. Like there were some trades, and they all worked perfectly for White. White has the points there, points there, points there. You can see how Black like didn't really manage to get that much, but wow. So in the actual game, this was a little suspicious because it gives Black a really nice, pleasant move for him. And then this was a little suspicious, I guess, because it again gives Black the best move. Yeah, White could have just like defended, but he maybe didn't realize that he was already winning. I wouldn't have realized if I were playing. I'd think I need more pressure, so that's probably what this one's all about. Yeah, these moves are just better. Going here is better. This is the worst of all worlds, I suppose. But this cut seemed like it was going to be very strong, but it wasn't really. Back, really nice counterattacking. Yeah, this was too soft by White to go to break this stuff right away. It's not like you can attack this. So it was only points, and it was not enough points. And then Black had this nice fight. It seemed like everything was going great for black. Captured these stones. Could have finished it off here already. Went back over to save this group. To put pressure. Yeah. It's making sense that you would want to do that, but needed to come back and cover these. And make this a clean fight. Yeah. Did not do that. Played on this side. And seigen uses the chance perfectly. He could have... Black could have connected here, meaning white gets to break the area, but if so if you go like this, then black gets to save this one and we get to fight back. You can't do this directly because you cannot cover, but if you could get this exchange, you could cover now. And what's most important about that is that if after this white does answer, you get to play the underneath way. So you can see now it goes like this, here. White is dead in the tombstone shape. Now, apparently the AI says I made some mistakes. Aha. White should be backing off from the tombstone, and whenever black gets the chance for that, it's a huge error by white. Black should immediately cover and not even bother to full kill. Yeah, makes sense. So game went like this. And then white cut here. It was actually not correct, not best. You could go after this group directly. Like this. Now black has an awkward moment to take a liberty. Can only make it ko somehow. So we end up making this ko. And compared to winning against the other group, we prefer the ko against this group. Free ko. Because when you win against the other group here... Oh, and white should have just done this to win against the group easily. That's a clear thing. I don't know how that got missed. By me and seigen. This is really obvious, actually. Oops. Yeah, I guess this has something to do with the feeling that you need to directly press it. I don't know. But after that, black here was better. There was a better way. Oh, just more. Oh, instead of linking up, black chooses not to link up and instead try to kill these. Oh. So black in the game linked up and then allowed white to save them. But if black had a chance to kill them, that would be good. I just didn't even think about it. Whether black can make a capture race here. It's a pretty dangerous capture race. So we can imagine that on the board. We can imagine that on the board. So what exactly is happening? There. And when black wins, black plays there. And white wins, white plays there. Is direct ko for the stones. How is this better? Okay, let's see. So my reading is that you go like this here, and we're fighting direct ko like this. Yeah. So this one is an attack on the group here. So white shouldn't ignore because black is actually going to try to kill. Let's have white answer. Why is black winning so much? White has no great co-threats. Black has a co-threat factory of this group. White has a great co-threat or two, but yeah, nothing actually big enough, and black would win the ko. So you have to know, okay, if I do it the other way, it's a direct ko, and then I would actually win the ko. My opponent would get not enough value to compensate. Despite the fact that they've already broken this, and they get the ko threat and the move, it's worth more to swing that whole thing from being alive to dead. Wow, really? Like, I understand in the game here, white is getting 4 points, plus pressure here, plus all the stones that are otherwise going to die in that other variation. But white also reduces the other thing in the other variation and gets a co-threat. Co-threat and follow-up. It's very surprising, really, that this co-variation is, like, better. Black capturing those instead of linking under is better. What kind of judgment do I need to make to know about that? What kind of understanding? It's like, it's definitely a trading understanding. It's like a first end game is capture you kind of thing. I mean, I also need to be able to see it by reading, which is important. I wasn't really trying at this point. I'd given up. I thought the game was going to be easy, but it was not. Even though it's go second at the helm. I should learn about what easy games really look like, I suppose. But the main, like, judgment difference in the game, black is, like, playing here. Otherwise, white could play here. I would think that that would be more valuable, but maybe not. It is like a 40-point co, direct co. Those are big enough, but not a payment, right? Isn't paying for 40-point direct co not worth it? Oh no, the co itself is worth more than 40 because it also includes the black stone and stuff. But you could save them. Hmm. On the outside, the difference is black sente versus white sente and white co-threat. Like white co-threat and follow-up. So that's one move and then two moves different outside. And on the inside, the difference is about... Oh, I see. On the inside, the difference is worth a bit more than 30. So since the outside moves, the two moves different... But that was two moves different swing, wasn't it? No. It was three moves different swing. Oh, and the three moves are each smaller. Oh, okay. If you count it and do the math properly, the co would need to be worth about 43, 44 to match this. Or the outside moves I'm overcounting. The co can be worth that much, I suppose. Yeah, over the other thing. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought of the co, and I wouldn't have thought it was good, but I'm understanding now, and I'm checking these codes to like respect the quality of the capture compared to the quality of not capture as huge strength to the outside, to the nearby. Like, it's not just white could push here, but white would not push here because that would lose a point or two. So white has more Aji, and you deserve that Aji of the point or two at the moment that these white stones are alive. It's interesting. So such codes are like really highly valuable. Yeah. Anyway, the game was like this, and then Go Seigen played here, and it was a big mistake because he could have potentially played from the left side. It's not that you can do this, because it's really bad, but you can sometimes you can play here, and then if you get this block and then you play here, well, isn't it similar? Ah, but he had to take Gote. Ah, maybe that's it. He had to take Gote, and he had a moment where he really had to quickly use his Sente elsewhere, and he lost his chance with this, huh? Because he has to take Gote, black can use that one, that's clearly Sente, and then black can capture, which is clearly Sente, and then black can capture here, yeah. And that capture was the biggest endgame on the board, so then black was leading. And then wait, change this. Went there, black pushed first, because he can, and then saved his group easily. And then played the big endgame again. And black was leading the endgame a lot. It was looking good for black. He was doing well, doing well, doing well. And then he played here, and then white captured his stones, and he said, like black said, I was going to kill you if you did that. And then white said, I read it out perfectly. If you Atari, if I Atari here, and you answer, I can save my stones with this cut first. Despite the fact that you can exchange anything here, I'll always be able to run through it. And if you answer, then I can Atari it. Wow. There's no answer for black. There's nothing to stop white from running through, despite the fact that there's pressure there. So black said, hey, you can't do it. And white said, yeah, I can. That's why he did this. He did this because it was all prepared. He already knew. Wow. That's why he did this even. Wow. Wow, okay. It's super perfect, I guess. It's just beautiful. Beautifully perfect by white. Black attach here, and you're thinking, I want a Hane. Can I Hane? He cuts. How can I play it from here? It would be so easy to do something like this here. Like this is my comfort zone. I play like this and here, and then my opponent blocks this area, and I'm like, oh man, I lose the game. But no, no, no. Go Seigen's like, no, you don't have to do that. Jump through. I'm gonna break this area. You want to cut me? Oh yeah, you can try to cut me. Nothing works directly, but what if I play here and here? Well, if you fix this way, I get to break your area. It's effective. And I get to squeeze too. So you don't want to let that happen, right? You want to cut me like this. And it seems like maybe you can, because you can make this Atari first, you can cut, and then you can Atari and you can cover me. Seems like white's in trouble, right? Wait, overstepped? No, no, no. Atari. And then you're not able to cut even this time. Now it would be because of cut here first, right? No, not even that. This one first. Yes, this one first. This one first. And then if you try to cut, then I can cut and cut. Or if you try to kill. So it isn't working. So this way, actual game, black played his Sente moves, and then white lived to stop that. Here it would go like this. And since white lived in there, and got some extra territory and broke the black center, black was on. Wow. It's so sharp. So sharp. Just play it completely perfectly, I guess. The one mistake of this endgame is here. The Hane there. Really? What's wrong with it? You had to jump here first. Excuse me. This exchange isn't bad. It's not great either, but had to jump here first. If black plays to this side, this stuff is just bigger. If black answers to us, then we play here. It's a benefit. Ah, that was the big mistake. Wow. Before that, there was this mistake, which was Gote when he really needed to play here with his Sente. You can just come back to fix that. Yeah, okay. Really intense game. This would make a good one for video, I suppose. Go Seigen played like almost perfect for large portions of the game. Very large portions of the game. And then, yeah, a little too ambitious for other portions of the game. Wow. So difficult. This one's only bad because it allows black. So if you do it this way, black would have 100% gone after this white group. And then we could make the jump first. Play here. Would be an entirely different kind of fight. How come this and then when black wedges, they're equal? Oh, white will not block. I see. So they are equal. Because it's just a spare liberty, same as always. So here, same thing where we have a ko, but this ko is, yeah. If you compare this one, we have the ko. This one, you could also make the ko, but in this case, compared to there, how is it different? So here we took a liberty away on the other group. It's very confusing. I'm very confused. I don't think I have the courage to do this kind of stuff. Even if Go Seigen can do it, I don't have the courage for that. But I do have the courage for this. To not play moves like g4. Yeah, allow them to settle in so long as we're still focused on staying speedy ourselves. That's a clear, good way to counter this idea that black has. Really difficult fighting. Yeah, my my computer's graph is off because I sped through it and the computer didn't get enough time to read it out and realize that they were playing all the good moves. No, this is a great game. I'm definitely going to make a video of this one. This is going to be it. Very cool. I'll come back to think on it more later. Sorry I'm so, like, sparse with commentary, but it takes mental effort to try to recreate what they were thinking about. And also to read myself. Alright. Thank you for watching. See you later.